In this episode of Hope in Motion, Mansut Terki arrives at the Asian Aid School for the Blind. He's traveled a day's journey to bring his 5-year-old son Priyansu here in hopes of giving him a future. But Priyansu is devastated and confused when his father must say goodbye. Parents Lakshmi and Swami are faced with the decision to save their son's sight and risk his life, or have both his eyes removed. Having to care for over 150 blind children, Principal Paulson carries the responsibility of preparing them for the world outside.
Whatever Christ has done on this earth, we the teachers have taken it up as a challenge to do our small little part.
India is a land full of contrast. It's a land of great mystery and beauty. It's a land of unspeakable despair. But traveling through India, one thing is for sure. It's a land filled with people who should never be underestimated. For the last 40 years, Asian Aid has invested in the futures of people who have never been given such a chance, and their investment has proven infinite returns. Driven by the vision of Helen Eager, dedicated to helping those who have the least, Asian Aid is an organization implementing diverse development projects and sponsoring thousands of children. Their outreach spans from Bangladesh to Nepal, Sri Lanka, and beyond, from remote villages and empty fields to sprawling centers of education, from nothing to the unimaginable. Now, Asian Aid decided to document the work it has been doing all these years with a desire to show the world what is possible by digging wells in remote villages for clean drinking water and bringing much-needed health care to the women of Nepal, by providing an education for orphans, deaf, and blind children, giving them a sense of place, a home. But what we really discovered was being given was hope, giving hope to children, giving hope to women, giving hope to the ones who need it the most. This is Hope in Motion.
It's a balmy summer evening, and Pastor Paulson, the principal of the Asian Aid School for the Blind in Boboli, takes a stroll around the campus. Esther Kajur, a teacher from a nearby district, has brought Mansut Terki and his 5-year-old son Priyansu to the blind school.
This boy, Priyansu, the moment I saw him walking into the campus, I was really surprised because he is the smallest child in the campus, just only 5 years. And I was just thinking in my mind, will he be able to adjust in the school? Will he be able to leave his parents and stay?
My name is Esther Kujur. I am a teacher as well as I am looking after the women's ministry in Western Jharkhand section. And as I was going around the fields of our church members, I found this family, and his name is Mansut Terki. He is a layman of our church, and he has 2 children.
Mansut Terki's oldest son Priyansu was born premature. Though his delivery was normal, he was underweight and his parents suspected something was seriously wrong.
He was born premature, so we kept him in the hospital for 1.5 months, but we didn't notice anything about his eyes. We thought he was okay. After 6 months, we realized he couldn't see. When we called his name, he would give a sudden jerk of his head. We were wondering why he was reacting like that. We took him to Ranchi for more testing. It's about 90 kilometers from our village. There we were told nothing can be done. Just pray to God.
After we took him for the tests in Ranchi, it was an ultrasound that revealed he was blind. The doctor who was examining him started to cry after seeing me cry. The doctor told us to pray to God, and that after 5 years he may be able to see again. Just give him a good diet of greens and vegetables. Mansit and his wife Darminia returned to their village devastated. The glimmer of hope from the doctor's last words slowly evaporated when Priyansu turned 5. He still could not see. They began to look to the future, and they wondered about his education. Because of his disability, they could not put him in an ordinary school. So they asked Esther Kajur for help. She suggested they take him to the blind school in Boboli.
Madam told us about this school, and we thought he cannot see, but at least he can learn something. She said it will be free, but I didn't know how to get to the school, nor did we have the money to come here. So I asked Madam to help us, and she was kind enough to bring us here.
Leaving their young son in a faraway place was heartbreaking for both Priyansu and his parents. I missed him so much, I had to come and see him. I wish I could find some job in the school here so I can be close to my son. I have 2 children now and one is blind, so I feel I must take care of them. Although the transition to his new home was difficult, Priyansu was surrounded by a community that understands him.
Once a new child walks into the campus, they think there is one more child who is blind in the world, who has come, and it is their duty to support him and encourage him to live an independent life. That's the way they support each other. Priyansu was able to adjust himself. For the first 24 hours he was able to do well. And automatically after the 3rd day, I saw him walking all alone, going around the campus. That's what it is.
बेड दिखा बेटा हाँ है बाबा दिखा बेटा यहीं सोता है यहाँ अच्छा
Priyansu has been at the school for over 6 months now, and Mansit and his wife Darminia have come to visit their son.
अभी बहुत फर्क आ गया यहाँ का भाषा जान गया
There is so much difference. He's learned the local language now. He's able to understand English. He's able to mingle with the other boys. He's able to talk to the teachers. He's able to do things on his own. I'm happy to see this change in him.
प्रेमसु आपको स्कूल पसंद है? हाँ? क्यों पसंद है? क्या कर रहे हैं आप इधर? हाँ?
पढ़ रहे
पढ़ रहे हैं? क्या पढ़ रहे हैं आप? हाँ?
बोलो क्या क्या पढ़ रहा है
ABCD अरे वाह
जी मैं यहीं रखूंगी
Whatever happens, I want to keep him here in this school. He may not be able to see, but at least he will receive an education. So I want to keep him here.
I don't remember any child trying to leave away the campus once they are here, until unless they have some valid reason and they wanted to go back. But most of the children who come here, they stay here, they are happy, and they continue their life and go out as an independent blind child ready to survive.
The Asian Aid School for the Blind gives Priyansu a hope for the future where he will finish his education and go on to becoming more independent.
बड़ा हो जाएगा तो क्या करेगा?
बताओ क्या क्या बनेगा?
डॉक्टर।
और आगे?
Coming up next, we meet Shankar, who, like Priyansu, came to the blind school when he was just 5. But unlike Priyansu, he was not born blind.
When I was born, I born like a sighted person. When I have 3 years, that time I lost my eyes because of eye cancer.
Girls, your ride's here. I love you. Have a good day at school. Bye.
See you tonight. Give my love to Mina.
I will.
You can make a big difference every morning.
Sponsor a child with Asian Aid.
Breakfast time at the Sunrise Home, and these 75 sponsored Asian Aid children will shortly be going to school, and down the road we're building a new home for them, and they're very excited. There's an overwhelming need with orphans in this country, and Asian Aid needs your support with its orphanage home projects.
Over the past 15 years, the Asian Aid School for the Blind in Boboli has given many blind children a place not only to receive an education, but a place where they can discover their purpose in society.
The kids at the school are blind, but they're full of dignity. You know, they're not walking around every day, all day saying, woe is me, I'm blind, or woe is me, I'm an orphan. They smile and they play games, and they have self-respect, you know? And I feel like that's important to remember.
This belief in their dignity and self-respect is hard to come by at first, but the staff and teachers help them discover that regardless of their disability, they have something unique to offer the world around them.
We've got good people in the blind school here with Pastor Paulson and his team of staff who just have a genuine care for the blind children. It's a more difficult post to care for blind children. They have different needs, different requirements, but he just takes it with such a wonderful spirit of doing his best to care for each of the children. And yeah, again, our work in Asian Aid would become much more difficult if we didn't have good people like this.
They donate their lives, you know, even though they may be a paid employee, they still give their lives to these children here, and that touches my heart.
Whatever Christ has done on this earth, we the teachers have taken it up as a challenge to do our small little part. We are not 100% correct, but whatever it is, we feel that we involve every child. We don't see any difference. Whatever background the child comes from, we make them feel that they are a part of us. We talk with them, we touch them, we encourage them, and we teach every child the same.
The staff's genuine care for children like Priyansu has a life-changing effect. But he also gets encouragement from the older boys at school.
So many times I spoke with him. Whatever he wants, we used to give it to him. We take care of him so nicely. Before, when he came here, he also hesitated this hostel and he was not able to stay here. He used to cry for his parents. Days are passing by. He showed his interest to stay in the school.
Shankar can relate to Priyansu as he too came to the blind school when he was just 5 years old.
My name is Shamshankar. I am studying 10th class in National School for the Blind near Bobali. I came from Setipeta.
About 7 miles from the blind school, Setiapeta is a small village just outside of Bobali.
Shankar, who is now studying in the 10th standard, has come here a few years back. Before I came to the campus, he was already there. And when I heard about his story, I was really surprised and shocked.
When he was 3 years old, he got cancer in one of his eyes, so we took him to the hospital in Bobali. There we were told about his cancer. They told us to take him to Vizag, and there we were advised that we should remove one of his eyes.
Lakshmi and Swami agreed to the surgery, and Shankar, just 3 years old, underwent the surgery to remove one of his eyes. Hoping the cancer was gone, the family went on with their lives.
After a year or so, we were told that the cancer had spread to the other eye also. We were advised to give him radiation, and so for 2 months he was given radiation in Vizag. A year passed, but the doctor said that the cancer had spread all over the second eye.
So many people told us that if you remove his eyes, it's better for him. He's our only boy. His life was more important to us than his sight, but it was a difficult decision.
We took him to Hyderabad, where they removed his second eye.
When they took my second eye, that time I felt so bad because I know some knowledge that time. I felt so much of bad, and I was unable to explain my badness to you.
When his first eye was removed, we felt bad. Physically, I was a man and I was strong, but mentally, I was dead. When they removed his second eye, I was on the terrace of the hospital in Hyderabad. I thought of jumping off the building with my child.
It would have been really a miserable condition to see his own eyeballs being removed. But I really appreciate his spirit and the encouragement that he has taken and the stand that he has taken, and especially the parents standing by the side of him.
After he lost his sight, we didn't know what to do with him. We didn't know about the school for the blind in Bobali, even though we go to Bobali often. An acquaintance informed me about the school, so we took him there. Now at least he can become something.
When I lost my eyes, from that time I am doing like a sighted person only, I am not feeling bad because when I came to this school, they taught me everything.
Having lost his sight at such a young age, one would understand if Shankar was angry at the fate to befall him. But instead, he's an inspiration to the children and staff at the Boboli Blind School.
I really appreciate this boy's spirit. So one fine day, when we all get together in heaven, this boy will be definitely able to see the face of the sponsors, the face of the teachers, and the face of the principal, and all those who helped him while he was blind. And as he passes through this earth's pilgrimage, that's what I feel. He has a great hope when we can see all of us.
I want to become one teacher. When I will become a teacher, so that I can feed my parents, or I can help them when they were in old age.
Every year, millions of kids in India, Nepal, and Bangladesh are unable to attend school, and they're forced to live their lives in poverty instead of reaching their potential. In the Scriptures, Jesus reminds us, whatever you do for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you do for me. Today, there are so many kids in need of sponsors to provide them with food, clothing, and shelter. With sponsorship through Asian Aid, you have the ability to provide these basic necessities to the least of these. Won't you consider sponsorship with Asian Aid? You too can make a big difference every day in the life of a child.